Welcome everybody to the Playbook Podcast. I'm your host Trey Lopez. Hope you are having a great game. Um, Not great game, so sorry, great week so far. Hope you're all having a good weekend. The Super Bowl week, guys. While the NFL has gone really fast. And all that stuff. So it's crazy how time has gone by fast, and we're already here in February, and we're already here, and it's crazy to think about that. I'm gonna miss football season, guys. I'm gonna miss it so much because you know it's football, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. I think Nick's at the Tech game at Kansas, so he'll join whenever he gets a chance or whatever the case may be for that. But I hope you all had a great weekend so far. It's a great week. It's Super Bowl week, first week of Valentine's. So Valentine's month, whatever this month is called, love month, whatever you want to call it and whatnot. So that's how it's gonna be. We're gonna get started real quick. We start off with Super Bowl stuff and NBA talk. A little bit of Texas Tech basketball and also BYU versus Kansas that happened Saturday, and more LeBron talk because we like LeBron in this podcast. Um, so but the first topic to talk about this whole week was the story of the week, and it was Bill Belichick not in the Hall of Fame, not a first ballot Hall of Fame. So I have a lot to say about this. I'm incredibly disappointed by how this thing went about because Bill Belichick to me is the greatest coach of all time in any sport. I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Nick has Phil Jackson. For me, it was Bill Belichick. You know, and it's just sad to me. It's just sad to like fathom it because I like Belichick. So I'm very disappointed how this thing turned out, and I'm not really fathomed by it. I'm disappointed by how things went. So, um, with that being said, Bill Belichick. Sorry, Travis over here texting me, bro. Travis Scott's over texting me, guys. So, um, here's why he's not a Hall. And I read every story today about this week about how Belichick was, not he wasn't in the Hall of Fame and whatnot. And I'm disappointed by how this turned out. So here's my thoughts about this. There's probably four reasons why it's not a Hall of Fame. I'm gonna give you the four reasons and break it down for you. The first one is Spygate back in 2007 against the Jets. If you remember back in the time, I was only like 3 years old when this happened, turning four. No, I was turning no, I was turning 5 or 4, whatever. I think I was turning 5. I believe I was turning 5 or 4. I forgot how old I was turning. I think I was 4 or 5. But as time went on, I grew up watching football. I grew up watching sports as a whole. Um, with my dad and the TV, me playing my PS2 or PS3, whatever it was. So here's my thoughts about Spygate. Okay, since football's been around, since we had cameras, and technology's evolved, everyone's recorded each other's their opponent's calls, their defensive signs. It happens in all football. You know, it happens in every football game. You know, Jimmy Dawson put a tweet out there that the Cowboys did it. Tony Dungy did it. I bet you the Chiefs probably did it this year, but it's not really reported because it happens. Everybody records theirs. It's always happened in football. It's always happened. Like it's always happened in football because that's just how things work. It's always happened in football, guys. And it's so stupid that You know why? You know why they're mad at Belichick? Because Belichick blew the Jets out by 50 points. And that '07 season with the Patriots, they were averaging 50 points per game in the entire regular season. That's how stupid that's the Patriots for you though. You know? They win at the time and they get all mad about it. They make all these excuses up. Oh, Deflategate happened. Spygate happened. Blah 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 blah. The Patriots blew the Jets out by 50 points. And then, by the way, the head coach um was actually third. He used to work for Belichick. He used to work for them. So he was already making excuses from the before the game even started. Because he had him and Randy Moss. After that game, they blew teams up by 50 points, bro. That's how unsafe his team was. It's unfortunate they lost in the Super Bowl against Eli Manning. In my opinion, that was pass interference by cornerback against Randy Moss, but whatever. It's already done and done. History's already happened. In my opinion, it's the best football team of all time with in NFL history. It's the '07 Patriots. By far, in my opinion, it's the best team in my book in my of all time. So that's number one. Number two is Deflategate. Okay, so Deflategate is a stupid. It's so funny because the Patriots were up 27-0 going into um I think it was like 27-0, and then Tom Brady threw an interception against the Colts. And next thing you know, Brady. So after that happened, Tom Brady threw an interception, and the Colts after that complained about it after the game loss. After they lost the game to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game back in 2014 season. So here's the deal about the Deflategate. They were using the same ball the Colts were. Okay. You know what's crazy? After that story was brought down, it's actually Super Bowl week when they brought it up. And here's the deal: if that happens, why did he still have his championship ring? They should have vacated it. It should have turned it over to the Seahawks, or you know, get rid of Super Bowl ring overall in that year. But they didn't do that because when Tom Brady and Bill Belichick win, they make excuses like crazy. Make all these excuses, which is like, bro, it's football. Like, let's be real right now, okay? They were using the same ball as the Patriots were in that year. So that whole narrative saying that, oh, the Deflategate is and it's no, they cheated, they played their footballs a little bit. Well, bro, I bet you every team does that, but it's because it's the Patriots with Belichick and Brady. Right? Let's be so for real right now. Okay, let's be freaking for real. Like they were using the same ball. The same ball. The Colts were using the same ball prior. And you're telling me that, oh, not bull crap. That's baloney too, because this is not how it works, bro. This is football. Okay? It's football. They use the same ball every time. Every time they use the same ball. So that whole notion saying that it's the flake that they were using the same ball. The Colts, here's the deal. The Patriots have owned the Colts since Peyton Manning was there. They've owned the Colts. The Colts could never beat them. They beat them twice they beat them here and there in the postseason. But other than that, Brady's owned the Colts. That's just freaking excuses, like after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. It's always been an excuse for the Patriots to win. If they cheated, why do you still have the trip? How come they still have 7 rings still? You should have 6 then. Like, let's be for real. They hate Brady. They hate. I don't know, bro. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable too how this happened. I was actually pretty upset by it. The fake Gates. He's the greatest coach of all time. Okay. The other reason why they voted him out because he likes President Trump. Okay, here's the deal about that politics outside of football. All right, they did this to Phil Jackson in the NBA. Phil's not the first ballot Hall of Famer, by the way, in the NBA in the Basketball Hall of Fame. So because he likes President Trump, okay, because he watched a documentary on 2015 on Apple TV. President Trump was in the rally, and it was like I think it was episode 9 or 10. Um, I think it was 9, and they were mad because I guess President Trump wrote a letter from Belichick saying that that hope you won your presidency could look to your future endeavors. So here's the deal about that, okay? As a whole, that has nothing to do with what he did on the field. What he does outside the field does no one cares about. What he did on the field, you know how hard it is for you know how hard it is for someone to go into 9 Super Bowls? That's pretty hard to do. It's harder to win in the NFL than it is in the NBA. It's 10 times harder to win in football than in basketball as a whole. Doesn't matter what level you're on. I'm gonna look at Bill Belichick's accolades for a second, okay? So he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. He's has 9 appearances as head coach in the NFL. Super Bowl appearances. The most playoff wins ever with 31 playoff wins. The most division title wins, 17. That's the most ever in any. That's insane. He is tied for third of the most wins in the regular season with 302. With total wins combined postseason and regular season, he has 333 wins. He is I don't know what the heck just happened. Top of that, perfect season 07, 16-0. 3-time coach of the year. Achieved 18 consecutive winning seasons from 2001 to 2018. That's tied for the most NFL record. Tied with Mike Tomlin. He's an all-decade team selected in the 2000s, 2010s, and the 100th anniversary all-team. And he's playing the Patriots for 24 years. Before that, DC coordinator for the Giants and 1-2 there with Lawrence Taylor and those boys. That's Bill Belichick's resume as a head coach. It's between him and Nick Saban as the best football coach of all time. Like, you know, if you want to combine college and NFL. Belichick should be in the first ballot Hall of Fame. You know, imagine I can see this introduced to Brady, and it's gonna make me even more mad because that's the This is so stupid to me. They might do it. They might do it to Brady. I actually believe they might do it to Brady, and I'm gonna flip out about it because there's no reason why it shouldn't give Brady a first ballot Hall of Fame for. Like why won't he get a first ballot Hall of Fame? Well, this is why. Because number one, they support President Trump. It's Spygate and Deflategate, and on top of that, that's just bogus. That's just crap in my opinion. That's crap in my opinion, bro. It's crap. I actually can't believe it. Jimmy Johnson said that he's gonna skip the Hall of Fame. I don't blame you, bro. Skip it. Skip it. This is on their fault. They did this to T.O. Terrell Owens. They might do it to Brady. I actually believe they might. And here's the deal: if they don't fix this, I tell you what. I want to see the Football Hall of Fame Museum in Canton, Ohio. I won't go to it. I promise you, I will not go to that because that's beyond bogus and blasphemy. Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time. Greatest coach ever. He's the greatest coach of all time in the NFL. In my opinion, best coach of all time in any sport. That's Bill Belichick for you. He's determined. Best defensive mind ever. I mean, this guy every time he was head coach, her defense was ranked top 10, if top 3 defense as a whole. That's how good Belichick's defense has been. That's how good it's been. Let's be for real now. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way. I just can't believe this happened to Belichick. I actually can't believe it at all. I'm actually disappointed in how things worked out for this crap. By the way, those out there, if you're watching this now, like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. We have two episodes up. Follow us on there. I know people are busy. You can listen to it when you're driving, and do all that stuff. Listen to it. Giveaway, hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, next week. So let's see what happens, guys. But yeah, that's just crazy to me how. I mean, what y'all think out there, guys? Comment below about Belichick's snub from the Hall of Fame. Talk about that. Hit likes the button, subscribe button too, and whatnot. So, but um, that's just crazy to me how this has happened to the NFL and whatnot. I actually can't believe it. Belichick's a great coach, the greatest coach of all time in any sport. So that's how I see it. So now we're going to Super Bowl preview, guys. We got Patriots versus Seattle, a 2014 Super Bowl rematch. If y'all remember, what's crazy? I was in fifth grade when the Super Bowl happened last time. Man, I feel old, bro. I was like 12. I was 12 years old when this happens. That was 11 years ago, and I was 12 when this happened, and I was in fifth grade. And I forgot who performed that year, but I remember it was in Arizona. Malcolm Butler's catch, Russell Wilson and those boys, Legend and Boom, and Brady won. Brady had to win a championship or else it would be over for the Patriots. It would have been over. It would have been over for the Patriots by far. So, but yeah, that's how I see it. The Patriots versus the Seattle game. Um, so my preview is this. I think the Patriots are a good team. They have a good, solid team. I think they had an easier schedule this year in the NFL. But Drake May balled out this season, guys. I mean, Drake May, according to PFF, let me see something real quick. Pro Football Focus. Let me see. Drake May. So Drake May has 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,000 yards in passing. He's a top 2 MVP candidate. I think Matthew Stafford should win it. But Drake May balled out, and he beat the. I mean, this guy beat the Texans, guys. The Texans were the second best defense in the NFL in the postseason actually this year. That team is really good, and he cooked them, bro. He torched the Houston's defense big time. I torched them. So that's awesome to beat for them. What y'all think out there, guys? What y'all think out there? I got so this and in Seattle's part of the game. I think Seattle needs the Super Bowl ring because Seattle's always been there too. Sam Darnold's balled out this year. I mean, Sam Darnold, bro, this guy was a beast. He's a beast, guys. I underestimated this guy. I thought he was overrated. I thought he was washed up. I mean, he was playing a basketball with the Jets. I mean, if you're a Jets quarterback, I feel bad for you because the Jets suck. I mean, that franchise is just like cursed, bro. It's just cursing. It's just a curse. It's cursed. There's some curse on that team that needs to be lifted off. I mean, that team is just bad. So, and Sam Darnold went to Minnesota. He won the divisional last year against in last year. Lost to the Rams though in the first round, so I understand. And then next after that, he and this year too, man. This guy first seed in NFC with 36 touchdowns and 4,000 yards in passing. This guy revamped his career. He revamped it. I mean, if you would have asked me 2 years ago if this would have happened, I would say you're freaking lying. So props to Seattle, guys. Props to them. I think Seattle's a good team. Seattle's a really good team, guys. Defense is number one for a reason. So that's just crazy how good this team is. This team is really good. Seattle's a good defensive team too. Kenneth Walker's a baller. Jigba is a baller. Sam Darnold's a baller too. They have a good defense too. They've given up the lowest points since points allowed since the Legion of Boom. If you're up to Legion of Boom, guys, you're on something special, bro. That's something special. That's something special to have. So props to Seattle too. I think Seattle will win this game in my opinion. They were. I think I'm not gonna argue myself. I think Drake May will put up a good game, but I think Seattle will dominate this team. So Seattle's gonna dominate this team big time, bro. So but yeah, y'all think out there, guy. Y'all got Seattle or Patriots, guys. For me, I got Seattle. Seattle's a good team, guys. Great team. So um so this year we're having Bad Bunny performing a halftime show. I don't know who Bad Bunny even was till I saw this matchup. I don't know who Bad Bunny was. Never heard of his music. Never heard of him alive until this year. Um, so Bad Bunny performing this halftime. I think he's a Spanish singer, if I believe. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. In my opinion, I care about football more than the halftime show as a whole. I'm a football fan, not a performance fan. I care about. I think Hollywood's just corrupt overall, kind of. But what is your my favorite halftime show? My favorite halftime show is probably with Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and who else? I'd probably say who else was in that thing? It was 50 Cent and Kendrick Lamar. That's probably the best one was 2021. Um, I was watching at Brahms. I watched it at Brahms and it was amazing, bro. I mean, Dre was cooking, bro. That piano was cooking. They gave tribute to Tupac, but who you always like, that's number one for me. Michael Jackson was alright, bro. He was alright. I mean, all he did was stand there and make some goofy noise, and then he just, like I don't know. I just don't think it's all that, bro. That's whatever, bro. It's kind of funny how that guy thinks he's just a funny guy. That guy is alright. I mean, he's alright. He's alright. Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. Yeah, he's alright. So that's probably up there too. For me, it's probably like top five. I think Coldplay was better than him. I think I think that's all I've seen, bro. I don't remember half of them, bro. Some of them I don't care about. But yeah. For me, I'm a football fan. I care about seeing the football game than I do seeing about the halftime show. That's my personal opinion. Commercials are good too. Commercials are kind of funny. But for me, my favorite ones that have it's just football as a whole. But comment below what y'all think about the halftime show. Um, what's y'all's favorites of all in the past? But yeah, now I'm going to more NBA talk. So LeBron James went to last week back to Cleveland. They got blown out by 20 points. Luca was a shot chunker. Okay, here's a deal about Luca. I'm gonna say this about Luca real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna say this real quick about Luca, and I'm gonna move on from the subject. So last night they played against the Knicks. Luca does dribbles the ball for 20 times, then goes up for a shot, and he either airballs it or he misses it. Does a step back three every time. That's just kind of if you want to go against Luca, his scouting report is literally dribble the ball 20 times, step back and shoot the ball, or he does some dumb pass, turns the ball over. Okay, that's what Luca does. You know, that's his Luca does. Um, no, that's what Luca does, bro. So that's just crazy to me about how it's just whatever, bro. But Luca is just like he's just I'm gonna be real about Luca and all. I'm gonna be real about Luca. Luca, Luca, in my opinion, is probably the worst shot maker I've seen in my entire life. And he's a good offensive player too. He can make some good shots, but he just a shot chunker. I mean, I'm gonna see how much he's actually shooting, bro. This is insane to me. How many field goal does Lucas shoot a night? Watch me something crazy. Luka shoots 25 shots a night, and he's not even a volume shooter. He's minus. Okay. So Luka is taking. Actually, no. He's taking 20 this year approximately. He's averaging 25 shots per night. And he's also having over 10 3-point attempts as well. So that's even more. How much is that? 35? Okay. And he also misses 10 push shots a night in 2025, 2026. So this is just straight up stupid, bro. This guy actually just shoots shots like he's freaking Kobe Bryant. But here's the deal with Kobe Bryant and Luka. At least Kobe Bryant makes some good playmaking shots. Luka hasn't. He's just a shot chunker. Luka dribbles the ball for 20 minutes, 20 times, step back three, and he either misses it or makes it. One of the two. You know? I can do. That's what he does. So um, that's just how it is, bro. I actually don't understand why this is happening. This is like I don't understand about this crap. Lucas just a shot chunker, guys. I just can't believe it. Lucas just shots chunks, and I just can't do it anymore. Lucas a great player, but look at Cooper Flag. Give Cooper Flag a year or two max. He will be better than Luka Doncic right now in his prime. Mark it my words. Cooper Flag will be a better player than Luka. He's already a better player in my opinion. Luka right now. Cooper Flag. I'm gonna look up Cooper Flag stats for a second as a rookie. Cooper Flag stats right now is a math. Okay, Cooper Flag is averaging 19 points per game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and 48% from the field. Give this guy a year or two, he's gonna be the best player in the NBA. So, but yeah. But anyways, back to LeBron now. Sorry, I had to get on that topic because Luka just shot chunk like freaking God's green earth, bro. Um, but that's just how it is, bro. But like I just don't understand why this always happens to him. I just don't understand about the Lakers as a whole. In my opinion, they're a good fit, but give LeBron a primary ball handler, you can win games. You can win a championship actually to compete for one. Because Ant-Man's coming for you, bro. I mean, it's a rivalry between Ant-Man and Luka. It's coming, bro. It's gonna come out at one point. So, anyways, back to more LeBron now. LeBron cried. They did tribute for him. And here's the deal, okay? I hate how story, especially like people on Fox and ESPN and NBC Sports and everybody on the podcast saying this is last time playing in Cleveland. His last time playing in NBA. This is last year and whatnot. No, it's not. I think this is last year's playing. Here's the deal, specifically. I thought LeBron and Luka, the Lakers, will actually like extend for like a long-term deal. That Lakers and LeBron love is done. I believe it because LeBron, in my opinion, he doesn't need to really do anything no more. I think he's there just to have fun and play games and compete for a chip. Yeah. So that's what I think about that. So here's the deal about the Lakers and LeBron. So in 2020, LeBron wanted them to chip. After that, they did this to Kobe Bryant too. Kobe Bryant in his heyday. Because I don't think the Lakers actually appreciate LeBron at all. They never have. They gave LeBron a freaking team with Darvin Ham and Russell Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, Dennis Schroeder. Not a good team. Wasn't for LeBron. they wouldn't be in the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago. They don't appreciate LeBron because they have this hate against him because he owned Kobe. Because of Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was been disappointing the Lakers right now because he wants to see his team win. Lakers win. And LeBron is trying to do that since he first came here as a Laker. When first went to LA. I get it. He ain't Kobe Bryant. No one is. In my opinion, Kobe Bryant's the worst Laker of all time. The impact he had on that organization, that franchise, the hard work he had. He's an 18-year-old kid, and he just did what he did to win. Okay, but with LeBron, he he ain't appreciated there. So Rob Pelinka just wants to ruin his legacy. He wants to ruin his legacy as a whole. Like, let's be for real here. And you've given this guy a bad team since he first came here. You could have kept Alex Caruso. You could have kept Dennis Ritter at the time. JaVale McGee. You could have kept those. You could have kept Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma on your team too, but you didn't do that. You know what the Lakers need right now? They need wing defenders and athletic, and also a bunch of athleticism. By the way, that's what Lakers need. That's what they need. What they need. That's what they need, bro. So if I'm the Lakers guys, if I'm LeBron, if you want to compete for a championship, go leave LA, go back to Cleveland, because Evan Mobley's a good defender. Donovan Mitchell's a good defender. Jarrett Allen's really good centerpiece. Baron DeAndre Ayton. Darius Garland's pretty good too. So if I'm the Lakers, if I'm LeBron, go back to Cleveland. Play a couple years in Cleveland. Come off with the championship. You can win. You can win 6, 7, 8 rings as a Cleveland Cavalier. You could do that, bro. Because LeBron, he's a plus 20 right now in the team as a whole right now this year. At 40 years old, 41 years old, by the way. You have a 41-year-old LeBron James who is actually playing out of his mind, averaging 23 points per game this season. When he takes the ball over, he takes over, and he goes crazy, bro. He goes crazy. So he ain't gonna retire after this season. He's gonna play as a Cleveland Cavalier. So that's how I see it. If I'm LeBron, go back to Cleveland, and also play a year or two there, and then retire there, because that's what you want to compete for a chip. Compete for a chip, because Lakers are going to go bounce out the first round. They might bounce out the first round this year. Because unless something happens with AR and they trade AR or Luka or LeBron, or something happens with the Lakers this trade deadline in 3 days, I don't know what to tell you guys. So that's how I see it. Moving on to Saturday's game. Clipper Flag had 49 points. No, look, not against Saturday. Not 49 points. So Clipper Flag versus the Houston Rockets. Clipper Flag had a good game, but Mavs lost. I'd probably give Mavs probably a year or two from now. They can compete for a championship, guys. They actually could. Clipper Flag's really good. He's a key feature to the franchise. So props to him. He's a baller, guys. That guy's a baller. He's just a baller, guys. He's a baller. So that's how I see it. So Giannis, because Doc Rivers went on NBA tip off with Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny and Chuck, and said that he wants to have Giannis here still where he can. So the question is he going to leave or stay in Milwaukee? He's on his 4th cap strain apparently since in 3 years. So if I'm Giannis, I probably just boycott the season, and if you want to leave, then you leave. If you don't leave this year, stay out for the rest of the season. You can, and then probably tank for either Darian Pearson or that Bensta or Cameron Boozer. So there you go. So, but I think he'll stay in Cleveland and Milwaukee. I mean, we don't know yet. I think he's boycotting his calf injury just to fake it because he wants to leave Milwaukee. So that's how I see it. Now, so there's some early math picks, MVP picks. I mean, I think right now the MVP, in my opinion, is probably either SGA, Wemby, or Luca. So probably those three. I mean, maybe Kate Cunningham two's underrated too. So, but yeah. Now going on to some college basketball. So we had the biggest college matchup since Michael Jordan versus. No, I don't know since when actually. To be honest with you, so Kansas versus BYU. Kansas wins this game. Darren Peterson goes down in the first half. Went crazy. It was 17 points in the first half. Was 17.6 from shooting. Efficient score. So, question is Angela Ben still overrated? And is BYU overhyped? BYU. The question that both answers is yes, because here's why. I've been on this podcast with Nick Rankin, who's scared to debate me. By the way, he's stuck in me. Um, here's the deal about AJ Ben stuff. I watched him Saturday, and I watched Darren Pearson all season long too. Darren Pearson plays like Kobe Bryant, like actually. He's more efficient scorer. Probably as skilled as Kobe, but probably more athletic. And Darren Pearson is the first pick in the draft, number one pick in the draft. If he's not, then if I can be real with you, um, if I can be real with you, bro, if Darren Pearson doesn't go number one, I tell you what, I think the NBA team, whoever drafts him, is stupid. I know it's probably the Hawks, number one right now, going the first pick in the draft, but they're gonna be they're gonna be dumb, like actually. So if I'm Darren Pearson, keep going, bro. Edge of that Ben Stuck can be a ranked team. Edge of that Ben Stuck, here's the deal. I'm gonna give you motivation right now if you ever watch this podcast on your YouTube page or whatever you see this. Okay. He cannot compete. He cannot perform against a ranked team. Against Tech, he did terrible. Against Arizona, he did terrible. Against Kansas, he did terrible. Like, bro, this guy was the first guy, by the way, was coming out of the high school draft season as the number one projected overall pick, number one recruit in the nation, and he hasn't showed up to number one at all. If you want to be the best player in your draft, bro, go hard at people. Be aggressive. You train with LeBron and Kevin Durant, you're probably disappointing them right now because you can't compete, you can't win, dude. Like, bro, you're 6'9", you're probably 220, 230. Be a man and go in the paint and be aggressive for once, bro. Quit playing against bad teams that are averaging 40 points per game, triple double, and whatnot. Quit doing that against bad teams, bro. Go against a ranked team and beat them. Go to a ranked team. Because here's the deal, bro. Darren Pearson better than AJ Labesta, guys. I'm saying right now, Darren Peterson is better than AJ Labesta. Way better, 10 times better than AJ. That's what he is. Darren Peterson 6'6". You know what's crazy? I saw ISO League, an ISO in that game. Darren Pearson, he just cooked AJ 1-on-1, bro. Cooked him. You know what Darren Peterson is? You know what AJ Labesta is? A no-show. AJ's a no-show right now. He's a no-show against ranked teams. He can't compete. He's overhyped and overrated. So if I'm Darren Pearson, you're the best player in the draft, bro. Probably, in my opinion, probably the most polished guard I've seen in my life coming out of college. Like, he's that guy. He's that guy. So that's how it is, bro. Darren Peterson is a baller. But anyways, move on to more stuff. So Brooks Koepka made his debut on the PGA Tour and the Farmers Insurance. So I'm gonna see what he did. I forgot. I forgot his score, bro. Sorry guys. Brooks Koepka. Um, he was two under par. Dude, here's the deal. Brooks said he looks more happier than he did. Patrick Reed came back. Patrick Reed's coming back on the PGA Tour too. So is Live done? I guess it's done. Live is actually Live golf in my opinion sucks. I've watched it a few times and it just sucks, guys. I can't watch it. Um, but yeah, I mean, so far, Brooks was top second, 200 par. A little nervous the first time. His first time playing like a actual tournament since 2022. That was like 4 years ago. So I think Brooks back on the PGA Tour does a lot of good golf, a lot of stuff for good stuff. It's good stuff for golf. So I'm glad he's back. Brooks is a baller. He's a good iron player, a good driver. And when he's on his game, bro, he's the best in the world. So props to him. Um, I think Brooks is a good competitor too, guys. Good competitor. So with that being said, that wraps us up for the Playboy Podcast. Subscribe, comment, like, follows us on the Apple Podcasts. Um, giveaway. I guess no one commented yet. I'll look at the comments later on. So anyways, giveaway next week. And I hope y'all have a good week, good Super Bowl week, and we'll catch y'all next week.